The annual Veterans Day ceremony at Charleston Progressive Academy had all the important ingredients. The raising of the American flag, patriotic music, and the honoring of local veterans. However, this year's ceremony stood out a little more since the focus was on a Charleston native, Ralph Johnson, the Medal of Honor recipient who gave his own life to save fellow Marines in the Vietnam War.
It's a person that he gave his life for that he just met in the military, and I think that's a proud thing. He gave his life because he was patriotic, and that's a leader.
Kenneth Green, a veteran of the U.S. Army and a parent liaison at CPA, is the point person for the school's Veterans Day ceremony. He believed this year's event should be dedicated to Johnson since the Navy destroyer was named after the Charleston County School District graduate back in March, and the school was recently recognized as a Leader in Me Lighthouse School. Principal Wanda Sheets agreed.
I think what students are taking from this, that everyone is a leader. We lead in different ways. Our talents are different, but everyone has a certain talent that can make them a leader.
The day's events really allowed the students here at CPA to gain a better appreciation of their own connection to Ralph Johnson. He attended the Courtney School, which is the same building and campus that now houses CPA.
We want kids to know when they see like Ralph Johnson Medical Center, and we want them to know that Ralph Johnson was a student here at CPA, and he is a leader, and he represents what we are all about here at CPA.
From humble beginnings, it does not matter where you start, you can always end up and you can always contribute to not only our community, our state, our nation, and even maybe internationally, so that they too can become a hero.
The students also watched a video from the Citadel about Johnson before the ceremony began, so the overall experience was meaningful for everyone. However, it meant a bit more for Green. He actually attended the Courtney School with Johnson.
We talked, we laughed, and we played right here at CPA, which at that time was Courtney School. During some times that was different from the way it is now. But you know, it's an honor to have met Ralph Johnson.
The event was special for the veterans from our community as well. That includes Gary Pittman. Not only is he a CCSD grad, but 5 years ago, he met one of the men whose life was saved by Johnson.
When he was explaining it, it's like I could visually see what was happening, even though I was too young to go to Vietnam, but I myself did 5 combat tours, and I seen, death all around me, and as he explained it to me, I was visualizing what was happening.
Pittman learned about CPA's ceremony online just a few days before. He is grateful to see the school is teaching students why it's important to honor veterans.
I loved it. I really enjoyed myself. It even made me felt good when they told me that I had to call the cadence. I said, man, I hadn't called cadence. Wow, who knows when,
Regardless of the direction the scholars at CPA go in the future, military or not, they will be able to understand their link to the past, a link built on leadership and sacrifice. In downtown Charleston, for the stories of CCSD, I'm Andy Pruitt.